for Seattle. Shrimp is out there. Kemp. Then it's Johnson. And it's Gary Payton. And it's Hawkins. And it's the 2 spot.
And that's one of his strengths, knocking down those long-range jumps.
Payton outside. Payton makes another fantastic move. On defense, Seattle. Pass to Thorpe. The 11-footer. Hits some wind on the right wall. And the bucket's good. Thorpe's got his first 2 points. Payton kicks to Kemp. Back to Payton. Kemp with the bucket.
Man, how about the dexterity for this big guy? I mean, he is really smooth around the basket.
Smith outside. High, arcing shot. And Olajuwon finishes inside.
Perfect timing there to knock down the 2.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. And he gets it to go. It's a call to foul. He's on his way to the line for 1 more.
Yeah, great concentration. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim. Knew he was going to get hit. And still was able to finish.
Maxwell, the pass to Smith. Thorpe against Johnson. Passes it to Maxwell. Hits the 3-point bomb. Maxwell's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And here are the Sonics. 4-point game. A screen from Kemp. Here's Shrimp. And he pops it in from the low post.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
We call that a high percentage shot. And when he's the guy taking it, I'd even say it's automatic.
Now, here is Smith. And the pass to Maxwell. Johnson with the block. Payton outside. There's the dish to Shrimp. Back to Payton. It's good. This game is all even. Payton's got 6 points.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Smith with it. Kicks to Olajuwon. Unloads from 13. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce back.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Rockets lead by 2. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas. It's the NBA playoffs. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action here in this game 2. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
You know, you can tell right now this team's on the same page. They are right where they want to be offensively.
Well, finding scores on time and on target with your passes, it makes scoring the ball easy for them.
Cassell is out there with Brooks. Then there's Ellie. Then there's Brown. And it's Onuaku in at the power forward position. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. Sam Perkins knocking down the 3.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Pass to Cassell. They set the screen. Here's Brooks. Rebound by Burkowski.
High quality shot. Just blew off there with the release.
And Greg, that has him S-H-H, shaking his head. Tough miss that time.
Pass to Onuaku. second quarter, about a minute gone. Passes it to Ellie. This one for three. Drills it from outside. Well, he's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And he came off that screen, and he just didn't get over the top.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg. And when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Nick Millen kicks to Perkins. The pass to Askew. Shot clock at 5. It's Perkins atop the key. You can't get that one. On offense, here are the Rockets. Came out on top in their last match on Wednesday.
I mean, no stress. And that game almost looked like amazing at how well they shot that.
And even more impressive, Greg, considering it was on the road. And it's rare that you see a team get that hot away from home.
And it's the Supersonics with the ball. Following the score by Houston.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Both teams will make substitutions. Now here's Brooks. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And stolen by Perkins. Pass to Askew. He kicks it to Peyton. To the middle. Perkins trying to break loose. And that one's good. Askew. Askew's got his first bucket in this one. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Ellie. Jacks up a 3. Nice D from Shrimp.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there. I'm sure you appreciate it.
Shrimp a screen on Cassell. Peyton gets the bucket.
What a great play. Totally schooled the defender on that one.
Here's Cassell. This is to Elijah Wan. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And that's a big bonus for him to end the quarter as he just beats the buzzer.
That's superb clock management there, maximizing every second of the clock in that situation. Well done.
It's a tie game here in Houston. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. Day turning tonight here in the Southwest. We're in Houston. Welcome back, everyone. And we welcome you back to our coverage of round 1 in the NBA playoffs. Without question, Gary Payton displaying his skills today.
And he just went off in those first 2 quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
You know, guys, I think you've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him up like he has been.
On the court for Seattle, Percy Hawkins is out there with Payton. Then it's Kemp. Then it's Schrempf. And it's Johnson in at the center position. Maxwell kicks to Smith. Out to the wing. Picked by Elijah Wan. Schrempf against Orr. Feeds to Elijah Wan. Over Johnson. Another miss by Elijah Wan.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better.
And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Several teams changing it up here. Sonics have gone 0 for 1 at the line. This is their second trip to the line tonight. And that one falls for Johnson. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Horry. And he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. Horry's got his second bucket tonight.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
There's a good screen. It's picked off. It's tipped. It's stolen by Johnson. Wide open. And that one drops for him. McMillan's got the lead up to 6 now for the Sonics.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Kelly's checked in for Houston. Cassell comes in for Maxwell. Sam Perkins is checked in for the Sonics. Askew comes in for Bukowski. Now here's Perkins. Almost, but it goes out.
You just got to shake off on this like that.
Kelly with a screen on McMillan. This is a duel. All sorts of time. Falls. Great assist by Sam Cassell. Well, he's got 5 points so far.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And there's the feed to Shrek. And Seattle with another.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. They set the pick. The screen from Brown. And it's Smith missing.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Well, the defenders have to make sure they tag it.
Here's McMillan. He feeds it to Perkins. 1 second left. Perkins nails the jumper. The third quarter comes to a close. Sonics ahead, up 5. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And welcome back to the NBA playoffs as we get ready to continue with this round 1 matchup. Rockets trailed by 5. Olajuwon is out there with Thorpe. Then it's Cassell. Then it's Brooks. And it's Maxwell. And at the small forward. It's the 5 for Houston right now. Olajuwon. Good.
And this has been a clinic on what not to do defensively. Just atrocious.
Yeah, I would expect both coaches to really get on their teams about adjusting their defensive mindset and execution going forward. Take a look at what Peyton's been doing. He has 11 points and several assists. He's been putting it up, and it's been going down 100% from the floor.
And Clark, I just love the supreme focus with which he's playing.
Some changes for Seattle. Johnson, he's checked in for Perkins. And it's Shrimp in for Windy. Here's Cassell. He dishes it to Brooks. Falls. Great assist by Sam Cassell. Cassell's got 3 assists in the game. The Sonics leading. Here's Peyton. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
And the deeper we get into this game, it seems like the more the offenses are in rhythm.
Without question, I mean, both of these teams are firing on full broadband bandwidth. A full power.
Puckett is good, and McKee has a chance for one more.
Through the impact there and then wheeling that basketball in.
The dish to Elijah. And the pass to Casino. And again, it's the Rockets from deep. There is just no way to tell who is going to pull this one out.
This game, you see which one of those plays is going to be a momentum swing.
Now here's Payton. It's to Hawkins. The screen from Kemp. Here's Payton. Trying to come right back with the three of his own. It's no good. Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
All the time to burn some clock.
Down low. Here's Ori. A big shot. Ori wanted that one in the worst way.
Those are huge points.
Beyond huge, partner. I mean, they needed that bucket desperate.
Let's check in for Cassell.
And one puts them in a very nice spot as they stretch that lead out a little bit.
Seattle calls timeout. They're losing by 5. There's 31 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What do you think, guys?
And they need to use as little time as possible here. If they can get a bucket before the clock hits 24 seconds, they can try for a stop on the next possession. If there's less than 24, then they'll have to foul.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Seattle's coach as he addressed the team. He told them they have to keep fighting. He said, hey, look, we're right here, but we can't make mistakes. We got to be aggressive and smart. Back to you guys.
15 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Supersonics will retain possession.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Well, that time the risk did not pay off because it was well defended.
From downtown, Hawkins bangs home the jam. Timeout called the Rockets. They're ahead by 2. 7 seconds left in the game. Kemp passes to Hawkins. Here's Schrempf. And they do it. They'll move on to round 2. A big playoff win for them. But what isn't a great big in the postseason?
Great point. I really just love the composure with which they played tonight. It's easy to get too keyed up for postseason basketball, but they kept their heads and just went about the business of winning.
Well, that'll do it for now. Glad you could join us for the first round of the Western Conference Playoffs. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in as we end with the Jordan Player of the Game.